Is there a value to holistic living? Living holistically? Is there any value in living holistically? Yes, yes. What is the value? What does it mean? Please tell. Holistic living, what does it mean?
Integrated.
Integrated is an abstract thing. Say it with more example, everyday examples.
So for me, living holistic is to understand that we are the whole, and the whole is us.
Hallelujah. Okay, now let's see if we can say it from this other angle. Holistic living is also concerned with being far-sighted. Yeah? Far-sighted. So that you pay attention to the habits you are cultivating in the now. Because those habits, those actions, those choices you're making now don't just fade away. They are part of the fabric you are weaving into your life. Yeah? You're making that fabric of life with your choices. Whether it is coarse or it is silken depends on your choices. So our actions are not very far-sighted. We don't see the importance of being gentle and kind and loving and self-assured. We don't see the importance of cultivating these qualities enough, and then a little way down the line we experience lots of difficulties. Right now you might get away with it. You might get away with your anger and with your irritation and with your criticism. But over time it builds up. It builds up into a cancer cell, into ulcers, into diabetes, into something else, into major fiascos. It builds up. So holistic thinking, holistic living is to be far-sighted. Are you really enriching and being enriched by other things in the moment? Or are you living in neglect of yourself and neglect of what really matters? Are you making a habit of being bored in your own company? Or are you making a habit of really finding the magnificence within you daily? Are you making a habit of restlessness and untidiness and a scatty brain? Or are you making a habit of being really conscious and mindful? Because if you're not mindful, it leads to incredible stress. You forget your keys, you forgot that, you left this behind, you lost that thing. There's another way to live. Holistic living. See the importance of paying attention to the moment, of cherishing your moments, of cherishing yourself. Not just for what you can experience now, but also way down the line. What's going to happen when you get much older? And if you have cultivated an obnoxious personality, who's going to want to be with you? Look at the loneliness out there. People are just living in their own little shells. Nobody wants to talk to them because they have nothing of value to offer to other people. Or they are not pleasant to be around. So important to see the long-term effects that are coming back to you at some point. And learn to make the most of your moments now. Yeah? Because your actions have long-term effects. And those long-term effects from the Buddhist perspective stretch into lifetimes. It's not just this life you'll experience it, it stretches into lifetimes.
Can I ask?
Yes.
From, I guess, a practical point of view, in terms of being mindful or being present to whatever we're doing, should there be a part of that where we're thinking, consciously thinking what's the downstream effects of this, or do you know what I mean? It sort of
Yes,
takes
no, you don't need to think that way, what will be the downstream effects, but this is something you need to be aware of, that your actions are creating your personality. And your persona and personar is sending messages into the world. And whatever you're experiencing is coming back on the same wavelength. This will become clear in the next little talk.